Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brad Mower, and this is IFXtra.
So, how is everyone this week? I hope you're all okay. We've had a nice sunny week, haven't we, this week? Been out for a walk or two, and done lots of work on the app, haven't you?
Yes. I think it's kind of almost finished.
Done. It's
really.
Done.
Yeah.
Take it almost.
Yeah. I mean, I've got one thing that I think might be a bug, but I'm not sure. This is on iPhone, but I don't know if it's because it's still in sort of test mode at the moment. It might be that it resolves itself. So.
What does it look like on iPhones?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say, so, we got like, Android here, slightly different layout for games and things. We kind of made the buttons underneath a bit easier to press and stuff like that. Yeah. But yes, there you go. An iPhone.
Working on an iPhone
with my
First
profile
time
there.
Ever.
Let me just sort of get into drawing and stuff. So yeah, and I should do this on Android as well. So yeah, iPhone quite small. This one, I don't know what this is. Is it an iPhone 7? But we're trying to make more efficient use of the space on the screen. So yeah, we've moved the timer up to the title bar to save a bit of space there, and yeah, that looks pretty cool. But if I also do the same thing on here. See, this is how we're pro level and completely unrehearsed because I haven't prepped any of this ahead of time. So we've got things like trying to scale. I mean, I don't even know if the light is reflecting on this. Hopefully this will work. We'll see afterwards. You can see we're trying to make good use of the space here. So things like your palette scales up a bit bigger if there's more space, etc. Cool. So we're trying to kind of reduce these sort of empty spaces that you used to get in the old version of the app. But yeah, it kind of works. I'm sort of at the point in the thing. It's a bit like software development is a little bit like reading a book, like reading Lord of the Rings.
Oh, is it?
Right? Yeah. Because you start reading Lord of the Rings, and then you think, oh, I've read quite a lot of that, and then you look at the book. I've got the combined one. That's the whole point of this analogy. Yeah. And you realise that there's actually like 2 or 3 inches of book still to go, and you're like, and then you read loads more, and there's still loads of it left, and then eventually you get almost to the end, and then you kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want this to finish. Actually, I'm really enjoying it.
You really do not want to. You don't. You want.
Yeah, no, I really want it to be done, but like. I won't know what to do afterwards.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I've got things queued up. We've got to do this quiz update. We've got to do loose files update. We've got all kinds of stuff to do. But yeah, it's just even weirder because I've been working on this solidly now. Because normally we jump around between lots of different things, but to try and actually get it done, I've just been forcing myself to focus, and it's been so difficult. But it'll just be weird doing something else. Cool. Anyway, point is, done. Android, I am pretty comfortable with that. I've put in quite a big change to some. Well, it's not a change. It's not really a bug fix. We've put in something where when you are drawing, if you minimize the app to go and do something else. A couple of people have found that their phone, if they were running out of RAM, etc., it closes some of the apps that you're not looking at. So they get a prompt, draw a goldfish playing tennis, and they might be like, oh, I'm going to go and get a picture of a goldfish. And then when they came back, unbeknownst to them, the phone had killed the app and then restarted it, and they lost their prompt. Yeah. So what we're doing now is when you move out of the app, we try and save everything that you're working on. So like your in progress picture, your undo stack. So, you can actually undo when you come back in. Anyway, point is, if the app gets closed by the system, all you need to do, you just run it again. It goes, oh, it looks like you're in the middle of drawing something. Do you want to go back to that?
That's clever.
Yeah. And so that's gone in a couple of days ago. And no one's given me feedback on it yet. So I'm pretty sure it works. I'll just feel more comfortable when someone confirms that that's okay. Once that's done, I'm probably going to switch this to open beta just for a week or so. So anyone can have a go at this if they want, on Android this is. And if it looks good, we'll just release it. It'll give me some time to update the store listing and all of this other admin stuff I've got to do. iPhone, we need to send this to Apple for approval before we can do any public testing. So I'm going to do that anyway because I feel like we're probably good. And then if we do have some volunteers for testing this on iPhone and iPad, I've managed to get it going on the iPad simulator and it looks okay, but it'd be very nice if we could see what it looks like, or if someone could give us some feedback as to how it works on a real iPad. So we'll kind of do the pre-release part of it, and again, if it looks good, we'll get it out. We'll get it out, and then I'll sleep or something. I don't know. I mean, we've got a potential sort of deadline for getting this out of like the end of next month. I would like it to be publicly available for.
In all formats.
For reasons which we'll go into at some point in the future. So that would be quite cool. But it's almost done. It's almost done.
Cool. Cool. Okay, right. Now we're going to go and see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Nujabes for Cat Sitting at Tapper's Bar. I just love this. I like the cat at the bar, and there's so much detail. You've got the glasses all along the top. You've got the fridge with the drinks in. That is brilliant work. Well done.
My favourite description this week was Flat Earth, but wouldn't have cats pushed everything off by 9-Cat Vampire Knock? Now, I like your thinking here. All these people who say that the Earth is flat, I mean, they obviously haven't seen a cat sat on a table gradually trying to knock everything off it. You've come up with the perfect counter-argument. Nice work, 9-Cat Vampire Knock.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Canabita for Salvador Dali, The Persistence of Cats' Memory. I just love the looks on these faces. And it's just typical cats, they just lie on everything. Brilliant work, Canabita. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there, as always.
Now we're going to see what we're talking about this week in the forums. So last week in the forums, I said, if you had to do a TED Talk, what would you tell us about? And I said, I'd probably tell everyone about the life and films of Kenneth Branagh, because, not enough people know about that, really. I feel. That's personal.
I mean, I feel like you are on a crusade to rectify this, yes.
But, I mean, TED Talks are personal to the people that do them, aren't they? So it's something that they really feel, strongly about. I mean, Vice says, maybe about my pet peeves, either antimicrobial resistance, or Western versus Eastern, or natural versus chemical, and variants thereof, medicine. Because Vice is a doctor, so yeah, that's interesting to her. What else have we got?
8-Bit Bead says, the TED Talk I would do is about how we should never use functioning labels on autistic people, using the correct terminology, not infantilizing autistic people, not using messed up therapies and methods to traumatize autistic people, the stigma surrounding autistic people in general. It'll be personal because I'm autistic.
Exactly, yeah.
I feel like quite a few members of our community are. So we...
and everyone's different, aren't they? They're not
exactly.
Just one label. Everyone's different.
We'd completely support that. Definitely.
Absolutely,
yeah.
We would, yeah.
But yeah, it's...
I think people are beginning to get the idea that, there is, different levels and different types, and you can't just label them with one label.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, I mean, as a wider thing, not specifically about autism, people like to just label and pigeonhole things, and it's not right.
No.
But yeah, you do see it happen a lot with autism. In fact, I saw someone on Twitter the other day, I can't remember who it was, saying something along the lines of, paraphrasing slightly, because it was a few days ago, I'm autistic and I do not want nor need a cure.
Okay, exactly. It's just how you are, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and some people are like, oh, we need to fix this, and it's like,
well, that's how we are. Just have to understand it. Yeah. Okay, 9% said my TED Talk will be about how governments and government agencies, including the military, must change with the times in order to remain viable. That's quite a big topic too, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's quite heavy. But
the way things are going, I think we do need an overhaul.
It's very true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, basically everything's going towards cyber now, really. I mean, to the extent of, like, one of the things that used to do before pandemics is we go every year, or not, to EGX, which is one of the big sort of gaming expos in the UK. And what are they called? Like the National Crime Agency, is it, or something? The NCA are normally there recruiting for their cyber division, because it's basically like a massive hall full of gamers,
exactly,
and they're like, why?
They have the skills.
yeah, exactly. But so they're kind of going really big on recruitment, and
I think the Navy were there last time.
Yeah,
as well,
the Navy recruiting for cyber as well.
Yeah, they gave me a badge.
But yeah, it's interesting. I wonder sometimes if the various arms of the military will end up with kind of cyber divisions, or if there will be another
like a central agency that would service them all, or something. Yeah.
Well, I meant, would it be like you have like an army, a navy, an air force, and a cyber division?
But then it comes into everything, doesn't it? Like you said, yeah.
But
anyway, interesting stuff.
yeah. It's just interesting seeing how the world is changing, and I should kind of suffix this by saying, and it's a shame that this is necessary.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But that's humans, I guess.
Okay, now we're going to see what we're talking about next week in the forum. What do you usually eat for breakfast? What's your favourite breakfast? Or can you not face breakfast at all? I usually have cereal with milk because it's quick and convenient. Chocolate shreddies this morning, but my favourite is homemade waffles with Greek yogurt and fresh fruit. Yum.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the general discussion forum. It's the pinned thread for the week, so you'll find it at the top of the thread list. Cool.
Now don't forget, tomorrow night is quiz night, normal zeitgeist, 5 rounds, 5 different topics.
Yeah, if you've not seen this before, every Sunday night at 7 p.m. UK time over on twitch.tv/interference, we run Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week. It's our live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard.
It's great, you can just sit on your sofa and play a quiz.
It's the pub quiz, the pub quiz you can join without even leaving the home.
Or taking off your slippers.
Yeah.
It's true. So last Sunday, do you want to know who won?
Go on.
Okay, it was Darth won with 242, Goose was second with 220, and then Blue Jay just behind with 213.
I feel like we've had quite a few really tight ones where it's just been like a handful of points in it. So that was a bit more of a decisive victory, because that's like 2 questions.
Exactly.
Really.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've chosen my rounds this week. Would you like to know which artists I've chosen?
Ooh, who's the featured artist then?
Okay, this week we're going to have drawings from Kanabita, Dakesh, Rhea, Darth, Tiger, and Josie.
Okay.
Some new ones there.
Got quite a variety there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, so we also do Zeitgeist 20 on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So rather than different rounds, this is 1 topic and 20 questions. So what were we doing on Thursday?
It was first names.
Yes,
we had lots of different people who, do you know their first name? Like, you know, Miss Marple. I never even thought about Miss Marple having a first name before.
It's interesting that, isn't it? You just hear, like, the character's name is Miss Marple,
exactly.
and it never really occurs to you that they have a first name.
They do.
I mean, of course, this tied into your TED Talk a little bit as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Kenneth Branagh.
He does feature in my quizzes quite a lot.
Yes. Yeah. So how did everyone do on first names then?
Well, Darth came first with 204. So that means she got them all right, and 4 bonuses for being the fastest. And then Blue Jay was just behind with 201, and then Goose was third with 190. So they were good.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, so next week, the Zeitgeist 20 topic will be Mythologies.
Okay. Yes, so this came up in discussion in one of the previous quizzes. It was Barbarous, wasn't it, who said, did we have a question or two on
we had
mythology?
A little round, didn't we, about just about Hercules, wasn't it?
That was it, yes, of course.
And they said they'd like more, so there we go.
So there you go, Barris, one for you.
Yeah.
And the rest of you, of course. It'll still be fun, it'll be educational.
And I've chosen a drawing by Merady, which is pretty awesome. You want to see it?
Okay, nice.
That's next Thursday.
So, yeah, if you'd like to join him in that'll be Thursday, 7 p.m. at UK time over on twitch.tv/interference.
Cool, that's all the news for now, so it just goes to say.
Yep, if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play on the web at playinterference.com or search for the app in your app store. Just search for Interference. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX. We're on Facebook at Play Interference, and we've also got a Patreon now at patreon.com/interference. If you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, building this new app, the quiz overhaul that's coming next, and all of these other bits and pieces that we do for you. We really appreciate your support. You get things like replays unlocked in Interference, and if you're a quiz player, you get a custom entrance shout out from Ava,
which is fun. Okay, that's all that's all the news for this week. We'll see you again next time.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.